One thing that constantly surprises me about the British Isles is the absolute wealth of history that pops up around every corner. Let's take Scarborough, where a few of my last vlogs have been set. This quiet little corner of England had a massive effect on the history of the world. The depth and breadth is really quite astounding. And with this in mind, let's pile on some more stuff. Let's talk about the founding of the United States Navy. The precursor to the United States Navy was called the Continental Navy, and it was formed during the War of Independence between 1775 and 1783. One of the most, if not the most, defining moment in United States naval history was the Battle of Flamborough Head in 1779. And you can see it. Well, you would be able to see it if the castle wasn't in the way, where a combined French and American squadron of 4 ships under the command of John Paul Jones engaged the British frigate HMS Serapis, love that name, and its consort, the armed merchant sloop Countess of Scarborough, with hopes of plundering the 40-strong Baltic merchant fleet they were escorting. John Paul Jones was an outstanding Scottish sea captain.
By the time he was 17, he had become a skilled navigator, seeking to learn and always working hard. To further his profession, he sought to serve in all manner of ships. Once he even found himself aboard a slaver, but quickly decided that traffic, although lucrative, was not for him. The horizons of distant seas, the sights of exotic ports, the art of handling men, were all his by the time he had achieved manhood.
Who'd killed one of his sailors in the Caribbean, allegedly in self-defense. He fled to Virginia to avoid imprisonment, and then took up with the Continental Navy when the war started. The battle took place in the evening, just a couple of miles off Flamborough Head, this short cliff promontory 50 miles south of Scarborough. So you can imagine the grandstand view for the locals as these blazing ships pounded each other in the darkness. You could have even watched the battle from Scarborough Castle. Though Jones failed to seize any fat merchant prizes, he did capture the 2 escorts after a sustained and bloody 4-hour fight.
We have to get that line aboard. Away, boarders! Are you surrendering? Do you ask for quarter? No, sir. I have not yet begun the fight. Grenades in the hatches!
Main battery is knocked out, so we're taking water in below.
Put the gun crews to work on the pumps.
Aye, aye.
Captain! They're hauling down the flag, sir.
They're surrendering.
Ceasefire!
Ceasefire!
I won't accept your sword, Captain.
Thank you, sir. I have no time for courtesy, sir. My magazines are in danger.
Captain! There's no holding the water, sir.
And the pumps are no longer working. The ship is sinking.
Transfer the wounded and organize fire parties.
Aye, aye, sir. Won't be long now, so she's going by the head.
Dick, I've seen many men die tonight. I don't propose to see my ship die. You take over.
Aye, aye, sir.
And it's still down there. The wreck has never been found, despite several concerted efforts by various agencies. This is largely due to numerous other wrecks in the area and a century of fishing trawler operations tearing up the seabed. I actually seem to remember a story about the anchor being found and displayed in the square outside the Grand Hotel in Scarborough. But it's not there now, and much of a deal was made of it, so it's probably the wrong one. Though both sides claimed victory, and the advantage in tonnage, firepower and manpower was on the French-American side, it was a huge expression of American independence to sail into British waters and take on the might of the Royal Navy. Thus it served as a rallying cry for the new country, further encouraged France to officially support the USA and join them in fighting the British, and symbolised the possibility of victory against what was, at the time, the predominant world power. It's this plucky underdog mentality, so characterised here, or mischaracterised when you actually consider the historical numbers, that still, I think, still permeates American culture, despite the obvious irony. What's really interesting is to see the propaganda systems on either side diametrically interpreting the exact same events. In America, John Paul Jones is hailed as a hero and is widely regarded as one of the fathers of the US Navy. In Britain at the time, he's portrayed as a pirate. It's quite funny. Nowadays, of course, the British have a much more pragmatic view of their own history and acknowledge a lot of what happened during the days of empire was shockingly brutal and myopic. But it's not reality that matters in creating inspiration and aspiration, in fostering loyalty and ludicrous notions of national identity. The minutiae of historical detail nearly always reveals people behave like people, blundering along, trying to navigate this complex world, which is ultimately quite ordinary. We don't want that. We want to feel special. We want simple villains and heroes we can identify with. And it's the story that counts. Smash your like, subscribe and notification buttons, and I'll see you all tomorrow.